Hey, good morning, Texas Hill Country. Welcome to another edition of WEITV's weekly weather forecast. I'm meteorologist David Knollhoff, and we thank Westford for sponsoring this program. And guess what? It rained last week. Oh yeah, it rained last week. That's awesome. Woohoo! Are you excited? I am. Let's take a quick look at what happened this past week. The big high pressure system that's been over a good portion of Texas, the bubble, moved north. And it moved north pretty quickly, actually, and it stayed north for a good portion of this past week. Well, on the periphery of the high pressure, we had an upper level low, a tropical wave, progress from the east down towards the southwest into Mexico. So Monday, the upper level low was east of the I-35 corridor, and then Tuesday it had progressed slightly southwest of the San Antonio area, and then on Wednesday it was finally well south of the Texas Hill Country and into Mexico. Let's go take a look at some graphics and see all that rainfall that fell. Alright, so what you're looking at right here is a map of rainfall totals for last Monday. The upper level low was east of the I-35 corridor, and in the white are basically either no precipitation or only trace amounts. And then in the very light blue, the amounts range from about 1/100th to 1/10, and then the darker blue, we get into 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch. So very spotty rainfall last Monday. Only isolated precipitation had occurred, and only about up to 2/10 of an inch of rainfall fell that day. That was Monday. Let's look at another image for Tuesday. Okay, for last Tuesday, when the main upper level low tropical wave was centered south of the San Antonio area, we were on the favorable side for the rainfall. And what we saw was quite a lot of showers and thunderstorms in the Texas Hill Country, as you can see. Rainfall amounts, there were some isolated 1 to 2 inches near the Kerrville area, and then 1 to 2 inches south of the San Antonio area. But primarily in the Texas Hill Country, we saw anywhere from a trace to 1/4 of an inch of rainfall. Wasn't exactly considered beneficial rainfall, but man, I sure was happy to see it and glad to see it. So let's look on to Wednesday's weather map. Okay, looking at the Wednesday rainfall map, the upper level low was now centered into a good portion of northeastern Mexico, well southwest of our area. Actually, I thought we would see a little bit more rain than what we did last Wednesday. Unfortunately, we didn't. For parts of the hill country, rainfall was very isolated, not a whole lot of activity, but at least we got a little bit in our neck of the woods, anywhere from a trace amount to about 1/4 of an inch, maybe up to 1/2 inch in parts south of San Antonio and west of the Kerrville area. But other than that, rainfall was pretty limited on Wednesday, and we saw into Thursday and Friday very little, with a few sprinkles early this morning, this Friday. Looking back on Tuesday, the area of showers and thunderstorms that started moving through the Texas Hill Country moved south of the area fairly quickly, a line of thunderstorms. Here's a picture of a house that has been struck by lightning. Talk about a bad scenario. Fortunately, the family was not in the house when the actual lightning bolt occurred. Let's take a look at another image, and I'll describe a few more details. Well, here is the second image of the same house where the lightning bolt struck. Obviously, you can see the fire is now completely engulfed a good portion of the front side of the house. Like I said earlier, the people were not in the house, so that was very good news. But they did notice a foul smell early on, went upstairs to find a huge hole in a room, and obviously fire out of the house. So everybody was safe, and this is good news, but this just shows you how powerful lightning can be and how we need to respect Mother Nature. Okay, let's take a look at the weather forecast for this weekend into the following week. The big dome of high pressure that had moved north of the area this past week is now going to build southward into the Texas area. Actually, a report this morning stated that over 1 million square miles this dome of high pressure is going to influence. A lot of heat is available. Unfortunately, it's going to be hot and dry this week, into this weekend, into next week. High temperatures are going to be in the upper 90s, lows around the 70s. The biggest concern I have is with the Gulf moisture coming in at the surface. The dew points are going to be relatively high in the upper 50s to the lower 60s during the afternoon hours, which is going to lead to higher heat indices. It's going to feel worse on your skin. It'll be very hot outside, so drink a lot of water if you're outside, and stay on the shade if you can make it under there. Thank you for joining us this week. WEITV's weekly weather broadcast.
Gloomy mysteries everywhere, it's stormy weather. Can't get my poor self together.